Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Cursed Show Match, as I'm now calling it. I'm just going to throw away the title.
Indeed, and I can't believe we just had 3 straight wins in a row for DeMuslim, and he's starting to figure out how Bling likes to play and is defending these pushes as well, and it's starting to really turn around for DeMuslim now. And now all of a sudden it's like, can DeMuslim come back from 4-0? It's more like, can Bling come back from a 3-0 loss streak?
Yeah, was it a 3-0 last streak? You sure about that? I think no, Bling won
so,
one.
yeah.
No, Bling won in the middle of that because Bling's on 4, so it couldn't have possibly been. But Bling didn't win 4 in a row, did he? Pretty sure he didn't. Did he? Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, there you go.
Think so. I'm pretty sure.
I actually can't remember. I should probably go and look at Team Liquid and find out what the case is. Best of 9s are apparently pretty long. You forget who exactly won what. Whatever the case, we do know the score.
No, there was the Antigua Shipyard game, wasn't it? So it was 3, and then
Antigua
3 Shipyard.
Yeah, I thought that was the
then
case.
Then the Deadly Push, and then it was the Shakurious Brain Fart, and then this reattempt of that push.
I love the name of that.
And so no.
Yep,
it was, 3 in a row, and now it's 2 in a row for DeMuslim.
Yeah, so that's going to certainly help DeMuslim out a bit there. My concern is that Bling's inexperience starts to get a stranglehold on him right now, and I don't mean that as he's a bad player. I mean that he doesn't have the kind of RTS event experience that DeMuslim has. Bling could start to crack under the pressure, having then lost 2 straight games. The problem with getting a really good amount of momentum is that it's even worse for you when it's stopped. Yeah, it's like you're going at an incredibly fast speed. When you hit that wall, it's going to hurt a hell of a lot more than if you were traveling much slower. And as a result, you can get this kind of whiplash effect where the player loses all confidence and then flunks the rest of the series, even after a really good start. So we'll see as to whether Bling can actually keep this up.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, Metalopolis is a nice map for Bling, I feel. So, and it looks like both of these players are eager to begin. So, let's do it.
Countdown has begun. Let's hope for no more problems. And this is going to be on the Metalopolis.
Yeah, I mean, Bling's actually rather good on this map. He's got actually a very deadly 6-gate here, which can sometimes be difficult to deal with because of the very wide natural areas. So we'll see what Bling decides to do. He may not do that, though, but DeMuslim playing a lot better than he did in the first couple of games. And actually, I was messaged on Skype. There was actually a quote from DeMuslim on Ready Up TV that he actually wasn't prepared and didn't prepare for this series. So he actually went into this with a lack of preparation and is kind of adapting along the way.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy, going into a big value show match, and as I said before, I'm pretty sure this is the highest value one. I recall Clash of the Titans being 1,500. Some people said it was 5,000. I'm pretty sure it wasn't. I'm sure that event was actually 1.5, but whatever the case, it doesn't really matter. It's a lot of money on the line. I'm surprised that you could actually go in and not be prepared at all, but then be able to come back to this kind of degree. So current score, as you can see on the screen, 4 for Bling, who is in the orange trunks, playing Protoss to the south of the Metalopolis, and 3 for his opponent, Evil Genius's DeMuslim, in the purple trunks, playing Terran to the north.
Yeah, the one good thing for Bling, even though he's losing a couple of games in a row right now, is that he just has room and a cushion to lose. Like, he can be like, all right, whatever, lost that game, I've still got a couple more to try. Because he's been in a position where it's just like one game away, for quite a while now. So he may be feeling still very confident in his play, and we'll have to see how this does go down. And DeMuslim takes his gas this time around on 13 supply. He may actually resort to one of his older builds, a more recycled build, I suppose you could say, where he does like to go Marauder expand, just 1, maybe 2 Marauders, then into an expansion, very similar to how we saw him play on Taldra Malta, actually. I don't think he's going to try any kind of funky 1-1-1 styles or anything like that, because I'm pretty sure, having played the game of Shakurious, he's like, okay, well, I've got that win really fast, and I don't really think he's going to take a gamble on that again.
No, I would expect to see both these players playing fairly straight up. There's certainly a possibility that Bling throws something weird in there, but I don't know. I don't think that's the case, really. The opening, obviously, is very standard here, taking the single gas up to this point. Once again, he never builds a Zealot, and I can't really blame him for not building the Zealot initially, because it's more of an exercise in frustration than anything else, trying to run around and trying to stab an SCV with it, but it doesn't really make too much of a difference to his play. SCV on the way, and it is going to get a full scout here without question. Second gas coming down as well.
Yeah. Yeah, BlinG just doesn't want to go for the Zealot. He'd rather get the second gas, and is mining from it with just one at this current point in time. But there is the factory, and a second gas has been put down. And are we going to see... I mean, like I said earlier, I don't think if DeMuslim's going to do this style, he's going to go Cloak Banshees, because BlinG and a lot of Protoss players have that time down, that robotics facility time down rather well here. So when he's taking a second gas, I really do feel that he's just going to go for a 1-1-1 build. But like I said earlier as well, I think BlinG's actually well defended against this. I mean, he's practiced it a lot and had a lot of problems with it in the past. So we'll see. This may be actually a true exercise for people willing to learn the game of how to defend it, because I don't think, you know, BlinG's going to make that same mistake as he made on Shakuris, where he double expands.
Well, absolutely. He's going to triple expand. Instead, he's going to go with a 4-base counter to this 1-1-1. I could see that happening. Obviously, it's the way to do it, man. It's the new metagame. I'm actually surprised that you haven't been teaching your students that, and quite frankly, that makes me question your viability.
Yeah, triple expand, the best way to play. Just get a lot of money and then get a lot of stuff. The best way to beat 1-1-1. There's the reactor down on the barracks, and let's see how much information this Stalk actually gets, though.
That's fine.
Ooh, it gets a good amount of information, even though it takes half of its health.
Yeah, it saw the reactor. Yes. That's probably the most crucial thing right there. Hellion did come out simply because he had the time to do so, and it'll give him a little bit more scouting information, as well as a little bit of an edge against any kind of Zealot pressure, or indeed the Zealot defense, which is going to be more important here. Reactor now down, and here comes the Banshee. As you've said, Cloak probably not an option here, and I would tend to agree with that. Tech Lab's coming down, and it's a bit more delayed than the last one, and that might result possibly in 2 tanks as opposed to 3 coming down here, or it might just simply delay the push a little.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. I mean, I think it won't matter too much about that, but more importantly, BlinG's actually reading the game. He's like, all right, well, I see a Hellion, means there's a factory, man. That means there's obviously going to be a starport follow-up from this, and of course the tanks as well. The Hellion's going to go in, and it's trying to get scanning information, but it's going to get shut down, which is awesome news for BlinG, because he doesn't really want to reveal, you know, is there a Stargate, is there a robotics facility, or anything like that. And a lot of Chrono Boost has been saved up. He's going to use a couple more into the Nexus, and then I expect that he's going to throw all into the robotics facility to try to squeeze out a couple of Mortals. He's actually taking the 3rd gas as well here, which is going to help the production of Immortals and also Stalkers here. I wonder if we are going to see DeMuslim get a Raven. Because if he gets a Raven, it helps so much with a point defense drone against any Stalkers. But one Banshee is coming into the main base, but BlinG is ready this time around.
Yeah, he is prepared, as in he's actually got something that can shoot the air effectively. Not something that he had the last time. Turns out Nexus aren't all that good against Banshee. It's not a good counter.
No, it's not. And we do see another Banshee being made, actually, from DeMuslim here. 2 observers have come out for BlinG. He wants to obviously make sure there is no cloak, because that's the problem with this build, is you don't know if it's cloak or not. But he's actually pushing out with 2 tanks now, not even going to wait for the 3rd one. He does have siege tech starting just as he pushes out, so he can have it as he reaches just that side of his base.
Holy hell, look at the number of SCVs.
Yeah, man, he's going for it, and there is another gateway being thrown down for BlinG, but does he have enough anyway? He's got a lot of Chrono Boosts being used into the Immortal, and he has 1 out, but does he have enough in ground units? If DeMuslim sets up siege with auto repair on these SCVs, this may be difficult for BlinG.
I have to wonder, in this situation, do you sack the natural, or do you actually try and hold it? Well, the answer is he tries and holds it. Banshee comes in, the force field placement is actually really good. It prevents a lot of that SCV fire. He nails down a Banshee, looks for the 2nd one, doesn't quite get it. Needs to bring his units back as rapidly as possible before that ravening tank fire can come into play. Repositioning the Immortal right there. Probes coming off the line. Siege tech is not done. That Banshee is still alive and wreaking havoc. Down goes the Banshee. Another reinforcement coming in. A single Banshee at the back. SCVs are done. He is toasted in that regard. It is all or nothing. If he does not win this, he is in a horrible spot. But the tanks and the Marines are able to blast their way through there. The Immortal runs right into the Marines. Oh, that could be crucial. Down it goes. The tank is picked off as well. Another Stalker coming in from the side here. Now the question is, can he warp in enough to get rid of the rest of this army?
It's going to be close, but I don't think he's going to manage. There's too many Marines. He does have a fully mining base in his main, though, so even if he loses the natural, but siege tech is done. I guess he's not really going to siege because it's only going to be Zealots, so he may just see with a big DPS, and with the amount of Marines here, I don't think that BlinG can do this, man.
I really don't think so, actually. Another tank is coming in. There's the GG, and it's tied up 4 games apiece. A successful 1-1-1, a much better defense than last time, but hell, it worked. A straight up all in from DeMuslim, and it did the job. It was incredibly well executed.
Yeah, I mean, it's really well executed, but Bling wasn't quite ready for it. He kind of saw it very much so at the last minute. He didn't know of it pushing out, and his Immortal just wasn't in the correct position. It was attacking Marines for a lot of that fight, and you really need to focus that Immortal on getting round and getting to the tanks, and tanks just survived for way too long in that game, and DeMuslim pulls it back to a tie, man. It's just 1 game remaining.
1 map as well.
I'm trying to think what map it is.
It's
What map is it left?
Belshire Beach.
Oh, Belshire Beach. The lonely guy that nobody wants to pick is left. That's so sad.
It's basically the fat kid in sports is Belshire Beach for whatever reason.
Oh.
And, well, we're going to see the finale of this series. It went the full way to 9 games. The Barcraft guys are no doubt enjoying this. I'd like to give a big shout out to London Barcraft for supporting this particular event. Regardless of the problems, we are very sorry for that. Apparently they have a bunch of HD pictures they'd like to actually show us, and they can certainly email those through. I'm going to let them know where they can send them, and hopefully we might be able to show them on the end of the stream. That would be absolutely fantastic. But this final map is what it comes down to. We still don't know who the best British StarCraft player is. We're about to find out, and it's going to be decided on Belshire Beach. We're going to a quick break while we set this up, folks. Do not go anywhere.